we're gonna show you how to create this Mega Man me. Yes, Mega Man. We're gonna be adding face paint, as well as a custom shirt and custom pants. So ultimately, what you're looking for is starting off with a me that's sort of like this. Now, we are actually gonna make some adjustments. So when I say starting off like this, we are gonna change the eyes. Now, this is an option. The problem with these eyes, right, other than they don't have a pupil in them, or the iris or whatever, is that the rings around, so that outlining of those eyes is extremely thick. Not good, man. But also, if you paint on with face paint some kind of pupil or iris, we're actually going to show you what that will look like. You can do it, but we're going to show you also the risks, is that when these eyes blink, well, that face paint is still going to be there. So also, not good, man. And in the end, I probably am going to change that mouth to be more straight across. It is going to have that little smug smirk, but it's not going to be curled like this. But this is to show you some options. I mean, there are several designs you can go with for Mega Man, right? Like, I mean, even looking at kind of like a more anime-esque design or something, we're going to be bridging a little bit with like Super Smash Brothers, this kind of Mega Man featured in Smash, but also maybe take inspiration from some of the Mega Mans of old. And so ultimately, one of the best things also is that I did just create Ninja Turtles as custom Miis. There are definite similarities in the techniques that we're going to use, in that this can be probably done by people who maybe are not as confident with their drawing. I'm only like midway, you know? I'm somewhat confident, but like not extremely. And I also draw with controller, so I know that that sort of like maybe sacrifices a little bit of my design integrity with it and stuff. Perhaps. You can get it on controller, it's just you gotta have a lot of patience. So check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Get directly halfway through. Yes, you can use this sort of orange cross that's in the middle of your me. So that is literally showing you like, hey, this is the middle point for, let's say, horizontal, right? Left and right. So we could see that. You think about like the vertical, maybe that is the middle or whatever, but it's not like that's where the nose is or something like that. So this is still, I think, really good for the left and right. The way that we're going to be doing this Mega Man and the face paint especially is we are creating that helmet, but it's got to extend pretty high up. You know, the further you go, the more it will sort of, let's call it hang off, meaning unless we fix the hair of the me, there's going to be, looking at Mega Man from the side, for example, space above, as in like the paint is going to be flat, 2D almost, and up above the hair. Taller than the hair. You'll probably see what we mean pretty soon here if you've never done a face paint of your own that's like this. So ultimately, I would say, you know, you probably could actually be even a little bit more careful than I'm being right here, but you're trying to get this sort of shape. Again, it really helps if you can just sort of do it on one side and then you can copy and paste it over to another, or duplicate as we call it in this, select and duplicate. And so with Tomodachi's face paint system here, I do like to often have the straight line on. So remember, with your pen tool, you can select, you know, you press X, right, and you go over to that pen up there at the top. It's sort of like your paintbrush or pen, but that pen tool, you can select a box, you can check it off that says straight, and so if you do that, it will straighten out the line that you're making. And often we're not even making a completely perfect straight line with it, other than, let's say, down the middle, right? When I said, hey, look, you could go down the middle, you know, we went straight up and down with that line. But for me and what I'm saying, I can often make a pretty good curled line if you just like kind of go a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. And so what I mean is like a little bit, then you let go of it, a little bit, and then you let go of it, you know, and keep kind of turning it circular a little bit, keep kind of turning it as you need. And so some of this is going to be very obvious to people who have created before. So again, just kind of opening this up to people who maybe are a little bit less confident and whatnot. And it's going to look really weird at first, right? Right now we're like, wait, what? And another kind of rule here is I try to not do too much too fast, because what if you need to change something? It's like the more and more that you do, you have the potential for the less and less you can kind of correct it without having to make a lot of corrections afterwards, right? So all right, let's see it! Mega Man in Tomodachi Life, living the dream! you guys, coming from the future, it's me, because I'm looking over this now in post-production to tell you, the way that we're doing the eyes right here, I pretty much knew. I just wanted to play around with it a little bit. The blue, the white, the lighter blue in the eyes, that's gonna stay there even when the eyes blink. It's not gonna work. So essentially what we do end up doing in the footage is we are gonna like go in and set up the height, body type, you know, all the personality things and whatnot, and then I'm gonna have to go back in for face paint and we'll get that changed. And so you guys, kind of going with a tradition. It's like a lot of the times if I'm creating Mario or the Ninja Turtles or whatever, we're doing the date that maybe they first released, whether it was a first release in Japan or North America or whatever your kind of first appearance would be. And I've kind of have this trend of don't age, so maybe we'll just set that or something. I don't know. I gotta tell you guys, it sucks to be this person, but I have never played a single Mega Man game. Isn't that nuts? Listen, I like using him in Smash Brothers, but that's not good enough, you know? So I will be honest, I do not know if Mega Man actually speaks in Mega Man games verbally, we'll say. Like, you know, you hear the voice acting and stuff like that. We have seen, of course, in the animated, like, Mega Man, you can see maybe some clips right here if I can edit those in.
No, wait! My name is Mega Man. It's nice to meet you.
I'm kind of basing the voice on those.
I'm Mega Man. I'll be going fast later. You can count on that.
And so, Mega Man borrowing from Sonic here. Gotta go fast because, yeah, we put, like, what do you guys want to talk about? Going fast. Go figure, huh? So, like I say, we do need to go back into face paint and probably just use the natural eyes for me's. That's generally what I've been doing. There's, like, minor workarounds, but usually the best thing, in my opinion, is to keep the eyes and the mouth. You know, a lot of the other things we can do without. When it comes to humans, but especially me characters, you know, being very expressive, let's say. With the exception of maybe eyebrows for humans, you know, I just think it's those eyes and those mouths for me characters. And so even these eyes, maybe not great. It's very, like, stylized. So let's try this out instead. And so, yeah, we're gonna, of course, add in, like, the little shine or shimmer in the eyes. Gotta get a little glint in maybe the bottom line right there. So the cool thing is, of course, you know, I always encourage this, but you guys should kind of create it in your own way, right? You know, don't just try to like copy or think exactly how I think, you know, it's just use these things as bases for what you're going to create. This goes with any face paint, right? Is that it's going to essentially appear on the character a little bit off the face, like it's floating to some degree. That'll be varying degrees for varying creations, right? You know, are we creating something that is on top of? Is it behind? But Mega Man, from a lot of angles, this looks okay. It's just when you're going to be at that really like halfway turn from completely, I'd say, well, maybe not even the side. It's like, because yeah, you just saw it right there. It's kind of more like maybe, I don't know, 70. There we go. Like right here in the back. If we're looking at Fox, we can obviously see it right there. So yeah, not too bad, you guys. So currently as it stands, we don't really have shading for the character right now that's done in face paint too much. We have a little bit, and it's the basis of no matter where light would be shining, maybe that area would be shaded, or maybe that area would be shining. So it's mainly just like the top, middle, those two parts of the helmet right there, and then maybe also the side, kind of around where the eyes are right now. But Mega Man and Fox currently not having any of the other Star Fox members, could use a friend, right? Mega Man not having anybody else. You guys know the Ninja Turtles all have each other. Mario, Luigi have each other. So what about it? Okay, you guys, I just gave him shrimp pilaf, and man, look at this. The pilaf is strong with this one. Mega Man, this is absolutely super duper ultra mega favorite food. Why do I feel like mayhaps Mega Man might react this way? To his favorite food, that is. Okay. Well, wonderful, we found it. So yeah, Mega Man loved that more than anything in the world, okay. So here's something I want to show you now, just when you're in the Mii Creator and you're choosing the hair, you can look at like an option that you want that maybe will line up with the face paint, but keep in mind that Mega Man's helmet, you know, it is very circular, it is very spherical, we could say, where it's gonna go up and over. I was just kind of hoping that the face paint would have like hair that lines up and matches it instead of, okay, the face paint helmet goes up and then a little bit down is the hair. Does that make sense? Like at different height levels. So right here is what you can see. It's gonna look like if you do apply some shading, let's say to the skin, for instance, underneath the helmet. I could see this applying maybe in like somewhat real world physics, but again, depending on where light is shining, think about the real world, right? If some light is coming at Mega Man head on, or even from down below, let's say, there wouldn't really be as much shading here. It at least would not be so thick, even if that helmet is overhead, over the eyes. So it's like in some respects, this shading is fine, but I think I'm gonna leave it for you guys to see as an option. I may one day delete it from mine, but just in case you wanted to see if you add like a few more details and stuff, we have a video that's kind of on like blending and shading, so I can hopefully link that somewhere, description, top pin comment, anytime I say like I'm gonna link that everywhere, whatever I can. But what you're essentially doing is like you can use the eyedropper, let's say, and like take the shaded skin tone right there, and then you go a little, just like a few steps lighter, and it depends how drastic you want it to be, do you quickly want to blend out to the skin, or do you want to just have this like slowly, very gradient look to it, So like as we zoom in kind of our real world model mannequin over to the left, you can see a lot of what it's going to look like in the quote unquote real world. We mean like in the Tomodachi real world, of course. I'm basically saying like not pixel by pixel, of course. So one thing you do want to know though with the shading is because we have it, Facepaint is set on top currently, not behind. So what that's going to mean is that if Mega Man's eyes get bigger, like, let's say he's making a surprise face, or extremely happy, like big open eyes, they might go a little bit into that shading face paint. So they'll get covered up a little bit. Mostly just the top of them, like the black lines of them, really. So again, you just have to think, like, what things do I want to sacrifice and what things not? So I'm essentially going to talk you guys through an extremely fast telling of the shirt. We're going to go long sleeve shirt here in the palette house. And so with that, try to get to the color that you can. This one a little bit less important than the darker blue. So think about the blue on the helmet. Try to match it with the hair color, right? Because we wanted the hair to essentially act as the helmet. Well, Mega Man is also matching on, let's say, like the gloves, on the boots, and what you could call the shorts. It's around the region where his bottoms are. Okay, we'll call them bottoms. They look like short bottoms. And so you want to try to maybe have that within the palette, meaning like the color palette, rather than a complete custom gradient color, unless you can really remember that. Because then when we go to create the pants for Mega Man, you'll see in a second, we are going to want that, and they should all match, right? It should all be a cohesive blue. So Mega Man's shirt, you're going to be using just very thin pixels, and make sure the line is straight, on your pen tool, your brush, when you're drawing, especially if you're on controller, use straight. And that way you can make these very fine kind of even cut lines or whatever in the design for the shirt, and then just mirror them over, which means select the whole thing and duplicate, and you'll be good to go. So okay, let's see at least what the shirt looks like, and then we're gonna have to create some pants. So does he like it? Oh, okay. Well, Mega Man, maybe he'll like it better when we make the pants, so let's go back into the palette house real quick, and don't worry, we'll breeze on through this. Okay, select pants, give it that base blue color, the light blue, and then what we're gonna do is you want to be able to use the straight tool again for under the pen, so I'm kind of showing you like a test line right here. And so if we do the pen and then do X and then go in there and check off the box for straight, like that could work a little bit better. But I can also show you if you just like didn't end up doing that, or maybe if you're freehand and you don't have it like completely straight, that would be fine too. Ultimately, like I think a lot of this we're not gonna notice super, I guess, close up, right? Like we're not gonna get a close up of the crotch region of Mega Man. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And so right now they're pretty short, and that's okay. I mean, like it's almost like Mega Man is wearing like a Speedo or something over that, So we can like adjust only if we need to. And so this will also kind of, I would say, determine how far do you want to go. Is I look at, for instance, the Smash Brothers design, I look at like the amiibo for Smash, for instance, for Mega Man, and you can tell like there's some pretty distinct lines right here that are part of the suit and part of the outfit overall. And so I am going to include these, but I think you'd be fine without it. Like this is one of those details that, again, probably wouldn't be noticed by too many people if you just didn't have it, right? So, how detailed do you want to get? That's basically the question. And so, should I make them masculine? I mean, we made the shirt and this as masculine. It's Mega Man, but listen, I think there could be a Mega Woman. In before the comments be like, yeah, Mega Woman, she's in installment number 39 of the series 4 of episode 17. Yeah, I don't know. Some kind of deep cut that I don't know about, of course. Okay, he likes the pants. That was a hit, you guys, but notice, he's gonna need some bluer shoes. Look at those Mega Man shoes. They were only green. green. So we got these blue slip-ons, a little bit darker blue. I'm hoping will match. We're not guaranteed. It's a little bit darker, but I mean, hey, he likes it. I'm gonna roll with it, you guys, until we get something better, because this island, I don't think has like any of the boots that can actually be blue, right? Like that would be a little bit more desirable. But you know something? Instead of that, here's what else you can do with darker shoes, even if they're not boots, even if they're not some kind of more high tops shoes, let's say, just something that goes a little bit taller on the foot, for lack of a better word. Even if they're not that, this will now, like what we're doing to the Mega Pants right now, that will definitely help. So, all right, Mega Man, let's see it. We got it duplicated to the other side, the back side. A little bit different design here, but it doesn't have to be super complicated unless you, of course, want to add in your own, if you are the type that does the shading and the blending and whatnot. I am letting the game's own lighting system take control. And so, oh boy, it looks like Mega Man is stuck, you guys. But hey, look, there's a good look at the pants are correct, but there's also a look at the eyes. Remember what I said about the shading? So if you do your own face paint and it has that shading on the skin and whatnot, you saw his eyes right there, they would look a little weird. They would look a little covered up. But yeah, Mega Man, some time in the sun. You've earned it. What's up with Mega Man? It looks like Mega Man is visiting a vending machine. We all know what's gonna happen. It's like, even if you don't have the game, it's like we got teased on this before the game came out. But look at that, boom. It's all right, Mega Man, that's just a lot of coffee for you. Oh, check this out. No path, no problem. Mega Man can't find his way. Boom. Okay, but now he can't get up there. Well, you guys, not too bad, huh? Just remember how much I love all of you. Regular live streams of this throughout the week, sometimes weekends. You can click an end screen that will appear on screen soon and maybe check out another me, custom pet, suggest what you want to see. That's all right here on this channel. And so I'll catch you guys next time, and thanks for viewing.